Everyone, welcome to Nected, and in this video we are going to talk about how you can create a rule set using Nected's UI. So a rule set basically a collection of published rule, and we can create a rule set by just clicking on this create rule button, and we can select the rule set from here. Now after selecting the rule set, we have this interface. We just need to change the name. We're going to give sample rule set and a rule description, the same thing, sample rule set. And now see, here is the rule policy, which is pretty much same like the decision table. So there is first, unique, collect, or order. So I'm gonna select collect. Now from add rules, I can see the all published rules in my Nected workspace. So from my Nected workspace, I can select any rules that I want to use in the rule set. But the thing is that rule should be published, or else it will not show in this add rule drop down. So from here, I can just select on loan rule, let's say, and I'm going to add another rule that is, let's say, lead allocation. So here I have added two rules and I want them to perform in the rule set. So I'm going to test them. So here is the input data, and now I'm going to test it. So you can see as I have selected collect, so here is the output for both the rules. This is for one rule and this is for the another rule. So here I can see both the rules output and the rule ID. And from here you can see that for lead allocation there is no action provided, but for loan rule there is, I have mentioned one action, I have performed one action in the loan rule, so that also has performed in the testing. So yeah, the rule set is working fine. But now if I want to let's say disable the lead allocation and I want to only run the loan rule, so I can just simply click on this toggle button and the lead allocation will be a part of the rule set, but it will not work in the testing. So that's how this thing works. And if I now test this, so now I can see that only one rule will be performed. See here, only one output I can see. There is only one output. There is no another output. So only loan is approved. And for action, only one action I can see. That is for loan rule. So yeah, this is also working. Now, if I want to add more rules, I can either click here in add rule. This will simply add a new rule. But if I go to in this three dot and I can select from this drop down, that is add one row above like this, or add one row below like this, and I can select any published rule like this one or like this one. So using these options I can add more rules to my rule set. And here is also a option that is delete, and from here I can simply delete this row. Now if I test this, and I'm just keeping this on, and now if I test this, I can just keep the output and I can test it, and as per my rule set I will get three, I guess, three output. So here is one output, here is the second one, and here should be another. Okay, and because I have not, okay, so maybe for this sensor ID the greenhouse was not working, so let's test it again. Yeah, now see, we have two actions showing here, and maybe for this time I can see three output here. Yes, see, Here is one output, here is another output, and here is another output. So we have got three outputs here because the rule has successfully passed. And here we have got three actions, actually two, because lead allocation doesn't perform any actions. So I can get the loan rule action and the action for greenhouse censoring. So that's how the rule set works. And if everything works fine, I can just simply click on publish, and this will publish. And I can click on production, and I can click on here settings. I can select authentication method. If I don't want any authentication, I can select this on none. If I want any authentication, so I have to select private and then click on the generate key. It will generate an authentication key, and I need to use that in this code that is given here, or in this code that is given here, that is the body params, while using the API in my code base where I'm calling this API. So there I have to use this authentication key as well. You know that thing. So that's how we can publish one rule set and we can use it in our code base or any other software that we are using. Now here is another thing, that is order of rule. Just you can see that the order will be used for the rule if added to the rule set. So now if we select here, that is order, so you can see that multiple rules can be satisfied, but the decision table result contain the output of all satisfied rule in order of the rules in the decision table, right? So there is same for rule set, and we can just, if we select this one, we need to give order of the rules. So that's how it works. So that's all about rule set. You can just simply start creating your rule set using Nected's UI. So thank you for being with me.